This is a lavalier mic, aka clip-on mic. And for the longest time, if you want clean audio that follows your subject no matter where they are, even off screen, you gotta have one of these. Otherwise, if your subject's gonna stay in front of you, you could always get something like this. But if you're operating on a small scale, chances are you definitely have used one of these before. And the basis is quite simple. When it first started out, it was a wired mic, which means you have a really long wire that runs all the way down. And with technology, it became wireless with radio frequencies, ultra high frequencies, so on and so forth. Especially with the Sennheiser G3, which everyone is familiar with. Later on, with technology came really interesting innovations. For example, this, which I bought almost immediately when they announced this. This was the Rode Wireless Go. Such a small package, and it's able to transmit pretty clean audio, as you can hear right now. And it fits nicely in the pocket. Unless you're wearing ultra skinny jeans, it's not going to show. Another cool feature about this Wireless Go is the fact that you can use it with a lavalier mic, or this becomes the lavalier mic. Pretty cool, right? So the Wireless Go is perfect if you're just using it as is. But even then, they have a few, how do I put it, shortcomings that I wish they put a little bit more thought into even before they go into it. One of the issue is the fact that your transmitter and your receiver requires charging separately, which means that if you're going out and about, you have to bring two USB-C cables. Sure, they provide them to you, but I kind of wish that, maybe at the very least design a cable that goes into a Y split so that you can charge both at the same time, right? No, they don't have it. You have to rely on third-party docks for you to charge both at the same time. Another issue would be that sometimes you're not just going to be chatting by yourself. What if I want two wireless Go's into a single source? I mean, Rode did kind of try to address that by introducing a Y-split cable, so you can have two receivers on a proprietary bracket, and then have that Y-split cable go into your camera, and then the camera picks it up as two signals, left and right signals. Then you bring it into post and then you split it up. But it means I have to buy even more stuff just to satisfy that solution. It's going to be quite pricey if I go ahead with that. So I guess Rode maybe recognized the problem and they decided to go about and try to fix it, because I think about half a year or 1 year later, they came out with Rode Wireless Go 2. And the 2 brings about a few improvements. One of it being you can now have one receiver paired with two transmitters, which means you can have left-right audio and then you split it yourself in one package. Another being internal recording, whereby if let's say your signal goes out or whatsoever it is, or if there's interference or whatsoever, it will record internally, which is nice. But even before Rode came out with the Wireless Go 2, unfortunately or fortunately, I've already found a solution for my problems. And it came in the most unexpected of places, unexpected of companies. This is the Hollyland LARK 150. So Hollyland, if you're not familiar with the company, doesn't really do audio actually. Hollyland, if I'm not wrong, is a China-based company that specializes in wireless video transmission. They have solution for that in their Mars lineup. The LARK 150 is actually a first product that does wireless audio transmission. In this box alone, I can see one receiver and two transmitters. Problem solved, but there's more. So they are both kind of small, rather similarly sized. The difference is negligible if you ask me lah. They both have a microphone built in, as well as a 3.5 jack built in. Both also have just one button for muting and turning on and off. The difference is where the receiver is. What I have now is this. Both signals are here together, but what's exciting here is that I can individually dial the gain on each transmitter separately. And this is a very handy dial to have, I must say, because With the Wireless Go 2, you have to press and press and press, and they pair automatically. Aside from just adjusting the volume, you can also press and they will mute the respective transmitters. Very nifty, but not all. It comes with 3 different modes. One being the stereo mode, left and right. Then there is the mono mode, which automatically mixes both audios together if you're lazy about that. I wouldn't recommend it, but sure, go ahead if that's your cup of tea. Press and hold again, and then you'll switch over to ST, which is the safety track mode, which means your left audio and the right audio has a difference of 6 dB. So in case you have people who kind of gets very shouty all of a sudden, you can use a safety track for that. Pretty good. But most of the time, what I will be at is stereo, which is left and right, because it picks my audio and automatically goes into the left channel and the right channel, which I can go into Premiere Pro, balance it out, and I have a very good 2 audio setup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to this, and then you guys have a listen. Okay, so this is kind of overkill right now because I got 2 and it's left and right. Technically you have binaural audio. Technically you have like left and right audio, which is a bit unnecessary, but just for the audio sake, you can have here. I don't know why, but both companies seem to like the idea of having the branding on the clip itself. Why do you want that? If I'm doing my own production, I don't want that. Maybe you can come up with a solution that offers me the chance to put my own branding here. I will go for that, man. But yeah, in both cases you have this, which is super duper annoying. I don't like it at all. So what I'd rather do is just do this. Same thing with the Rode wireless. Clip. And this is much better. Of course, in a real world situation, I'll probably just put the wire inside my shirt, but this is too much trouble for a very simple YouTube video, isn't it? Actually, this lavalier clip-on is provided by Hollyland when I bought it in the package itself. Don't know if they still do, but it sounds pretty good. It's an omnidirectional mic, which is why I can just clip it on like that. So while we're at it, let's just do a very quick audio test to see how it sounds. This is a mic test. This is a mic test. The quick brown fox ate the lazy dog. This is a mic test. This is a mic test. The quick brown fox ate the lazy dog. This is a mic test. This is a mic test. The quick brown fox ate the lazy dog. This is a mic test. This is a mic test. The quick brown fox ate the lazy dog. So the LARK 150, right, is pretty interesting in its own right. Why? Because this shit here is magnetic. Sure, if you want to hide the mic on some magnetic surface and then use it as a hidden mic, you can, but it's just gonna stick out kind of ugly and it's quite obvious. Why is it magnetic? It's because snap, it all magnetically latches inside the box. There's no way they're gonna flip out, even if I shake it a little bit. And the reason so is because this case here charges all 3 at the same time. Very neat. And because this case just requires one USB-C cable, which they provide, it means that I can travel with this one cable. I'll charge all 3 at the same time. Beat that, Rode. So battery life, as stated in the website, right, it's 4 hours each on the transmitter side, and they last 7 hours on the receiver. Why the receiver lasts twice as long as the transmitter, I have no idea. Maybe you can use it and then swap microphones halfway through if you need to do a very long vlog, I guess. But what's nice about it is that if the storage box, this thing here is at full charge, you can charge everything 2.5 times. It pretty much means that you can bring it out for a full day shoot on just this brick and you don't have to worry about batteries dying. Pretty cool if you ask me. Very, very convenient. And similar like the Rode Wireless Go, this goes up to 100 meters line of sight. What this means is that if I'm blocked by something else, the signal will get interrupted and therefore it won't go as far. But if you can see me, I can run all the way to 100 meters and you will still get clean audio from my transmitter. I'm gonna test that in a bit.
觉得可能声音渐去的那个差不多的成分，我觉得声音还是要
Testing the audio. I'm walking out to downstairs. I'm way blah, blah. Now I should be in range of the camera. Hello. I'm gonna cross the road. I guess this is about what, 25-50 meters. And I just keep walking, and then I cross the road with my back against the camera. I wonder if they can pick up my audio. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Then I walk over to the void deck and we see I'm getting blocked by some trees. Wonder if you can hear me. So from here, you can see me, I can see the camera as well. And then the audio is clean. It feels kind of far, it's not 100 meters. What I'm going to do now is I will walk out of sight behind. And we are back in view. I'm guessing this feels more like a 50 meter than 100 meters, but still it's probably a good test to see if things in the way the line of sight really affects the audio that much. If I stand behind, is it going to affect the signal? Testing. Alright, I'm walking back, this time around facing towards the camera. Maybe audio is better? I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, that is the LARK 150 from Hollyland Tech. A very brilliantly designed wireless audio solution. While we acknowledge that this is a work of genius, we cannot deny the trailblazer that is the Rode Wireless Go. And I feel maybe, I guess, it's an unfair comparison between this and that. A better comparison, I feel, would be this versus the Wireless Go 2. So if we look at the features, I don't have the Wireless Go 2, I can't really compare the two. But in terms of features, I like the dials on this. I feel that it's much more intuitive in terms of tuning the audio for both on the fly. But I do acknowledge and I do appreciate that the Rode Wireless Go 2 has internal recording functions. Plus, with the new update, Rode now allows you to use the Wireless Go 2 to integrate into their podcast network software. But yeah, ultimately, I feel this is the perfect package to go for if you're a videographer who does like a lot of talking heads, 2 people videos, and you just want a clean, simple package that allows you to charge on the go. Go for this. Until then, more stuff coming your way. Bye bye.